begin? Okay, I guess I'll start with a brief introduction. So, Hellbound, aka Jiok, is a Korean horror series that was released a few days back on Netflix. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's by Netflix, so it's probably garbage, right? No, not really, because recently Netflix has begun to host a variety of impressive programs like Squid Game, Inside Job, and a few others. But Jock has to be one of the most impressive things Netflix has hosted on their platform since, well, its conception. With a cast of amazing actors and great dialogue, the story conveys a thought-provoking message. But we will be warned, for this series is not for the faint of heart. Although this series is extremely impressive, it does have a few downfalls, like the CGI being clunky at times and the lazy design of the monsters. I mean, just look at them. They're like symbiote hulks. I guess symbiotes are kind of beefy, right? I mean, that aside. But there's definitely a lot more to this series than meets the eye. What if someone was beaten to death and dragged to hell in front of you by a bunch of demons? How would it affect your beliefs and philosophy? How would you move on from such a strange occurrence? What would everyone think of what you now believe because of this incomprehensible series of events? And personally, I would ask myself over and over again, what did they do to deserve such a fate followed by eternal damnation? This series takes an introspective look into how a series of strange phenomena can change the society and people's values. If people are being beaten and dragged to hell, it's probably because they've done something wrong. Right? I mean, it is divine retribution after all. By which god, you ask? To which hell? Why is that important? Bad people who deserve to be punished shall be dragged to hell. Are you questioning the supreme authority?
How dare you question the one who created such a wonderful world? What right do you have to accuse God of anything? You are nothing but a speck of dust in front of the Almighty. So repent and perish those sinful thoughts from your mind.
Slight spoilers ahead. I have a lot to say about this series and what it tries to accomplish. A nightmarish tale of divine interference has impressed me with its cleverness. So the show comprises of two acts, which I will refer to as Act 1 and Act 2. I know, it's really creative. The first act revolves around exposing that there is in fact some sort of a higher power that speaks to and sends people to hell. And the second act focuses on how people adapt to the nightmarish theocracy brought upon by the religious, who have given their freedom to the church in order to stand a chance at escaping damnation. Both acts have separate main characters, although there are certain characters who are present in both acts. Now this two-act structure is truly made impressive by the systematic devolution of the human race and how it is portrayed through masterfully crafted scenes and conversations. Obviously, there are things I have problems with, like certain characters being informed of their damnation years ahead, while certain characters don't even get a moment to react. So the damnation works like this. One day a strange face appears on the wall and says your name and how much time you have left to live. Then when your time is up, you get dragged to hell by three beefy demon symbiotes. But during the second act, there is a scene where a baby receives a damnation. And fortunately for the baby, his mother was recording him while this happens. Now you might think this is not much of an issue. Sure, the scene itself doesn't have much wrong with it, but this video of the angel condemning the baby to hell is a huge part of the series. Now here's the thing. I could ramble on and on about how amazing the performances are and how well the story is executed, but it would be a lot better if you witnessed it for yourself. So watch it. Oh, you have watched it? If you have watched it, rewatch it. I cannot stress this enough. There are a lot to be caught. I caught a lot of neat stuff on rewatch. So why don't you like, subscribe, and wait for me to do a full breakdown of the series. Bye.